Salutations fam, this is Dark Flame from Haltessiagaming, and yeah, I'm back from the tournament. Yeah, I ended up winning today, playing Sacred Beast. Felt pretty good. I got revenge on the person I lost to in top 8 yesterday at the Winamat. I still made top 8, so I got the field center, but I wasn't able to win the mat. I ended up like breaking in top 8. It was so unfortunate, but hey, it's fine. Yeah, that basically, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just play Sacred Beast. I've been wanting to play this deck for a while. So like, I'm gonna just play it today. And let me tell you, this deck felt insane today. Like, it felt so strong. like, I won every match 2-0 except for my one loss in Swiss. I lost to Marincess because of time. The game 3. What is the little thingamajigger that like burned you for 200 when there were like 2 minutes left, and I was like, not like this, but it is what it is, because that was Swiss. We still made top cut, ended up winning. Yeah, deck was kind of nuts. Deck's kind of nuts. Yeah, I played against Scrap Dino, played against Marincess, played against Sword Soul, played against the punk stuff. Lots of punk, actually. But, yeah. Felt pretty good. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and hop into the deck profile. Had a lot of fun with the deck. Pot of Greed every turn is really strong. But, yeah. Starting off, you have the Sacred Beast stuff. You have 3 copies of Dark Beckoning Beast, 1 copy of Chaos Summoning Beast, 1 copy of Dark Summoning Beast, and 3 copies of Hamon, Lord of Striking Thunder. Now, when it comes to playing Sacred Beast, there's like, this is kind of how I feel you should play it, is like this, where it's like you pick one of them to like build around. I feel as though you should either build around Hamon or Raviel. Building around Hamon allows you to play Cerulean Skyfire, and that's what I wanted to play. But if you play Raviel, you would basically get to play the other Sacred Beast, that's Shimmering Scraper, which is like a honest type effect. That's also another Sacred Beast. So it's like they each have their pros and cons, but I personally prefer Hamon because I think Cerulean Skyfire is an insane card. But yeah, this engine it's so strong. Like, I got hand trapped so much today, and I just always play through the hand traps because like these alongside like the other parts of the engine just are all interchangeable, and you can just kind of keep activating stuff. So it's like I'd be like, normal summon Ash, cool, activate the spell, summon, and blah blah, and just keep playing. And it's just like so many times, like there were several times where I got hit by like 1 to 2 hand traps, and I just played through it. Like it's very, very good. But yeah, that's it for the Sacred Beast monsters in the main deck. And then I'm playing a small Dogmatika engine. I'm playing 1 Ecclesia, 1 Maximus, and 1 Floor. Just extra stuff you can play in the deck because, the deck doesn't really need its extra deck. So I have this in here to give me some extra utility. And this is just extra stuff you can draw off the Pot of Greed, because the combo, you don't really use your extra deck. But like you end up with you can potentially end up with an extra deck monster on the board or in the grave. Like you can go into your extra deck for certain plays, but like it's not really a extra deck based combo deck, if that makes sense. And that's pretty much it for the monster lineup. Then I'm playing maining hand traps. I'm maining triple Ash, triple Droll, and 2 Nibs. Right? Yeah. Against the Scrap Dino, I Drolled him, and well, that didn't end his turn actually, because he had OV Lost World, so he's still able to end on Dolka, but I mean, we played through it pretty easily. I nibbed one of the punk players, and I was able to break the board afterwards and like kill him. Ash wasn't really like super crazy, but like you just Ash certain points. Yeah, those are the hand traps I was maining. I drew a hand trap for turn so many times, like it was just ugh, but it was fine because the engine's really strong and I was able to just play through stuff. Anyway, onto the spell cards. I'm playing 3 copies of Map. This is honestly the thing that made me want to play this deck again, because I actually played this deck in 2020, and I was, you know, able to do well with the deck in tournaments, but I just never uploaded the deck profile. That's, if you've seen the post on the community tab, that's actually why I made that post, because there's actually a lot of decks that I've played in the past that I've done well with at tournament that I just never upload the deck profile to YouTube, because of like a format shift that made me not really want to like upload the deck, because I felt it wouldn't be like relevant to the format anymore. But this card boosted this deck significantly, because like it's so more consistent now, and because of the nature of how the deck functions and the fact that there's actually multiple things you can search for this in this deck. You have the Beckoning Beast, and then Opening of the Spirit Gates, which all effectively do the same thing. But the crazy thing about it, and why like this deck is so strong, is that you can, like, they all stack on top of each other basically, right? So it's like, if you see any of them, you have one card combo, but if you have multiple, it stacks on top of it. And so it's like, so many times this got Ash and a normal Beckoning Beast. So many times, like it does, like, because you can have like any variable, like 2-card combos. Like if you have like this, any one of these, any one of like this Beckoning Beast or whatever, any one of them plus like another card in the engine, you have the full combo. And so many times, because I would see like multiple of them, I would get like hand trapped, and I just keep going. And yeah, like it's so crazy. And then I got the two Nadirs. You know, it's that too. And then that's pretty much it for like engine stuff. And then I was maining 2 copies of Tactics. Just because of the nature of the deck, and I did expect to get hand trapped a lot, so I was like, okay, I want to play Tactics. Because the deck is good at like playing through hand traps, I looked at people's hands a lot. There were so many times where I would like look at their hand and just like, you know, take their starter, because I could like play through like, you know, the hand traps and whatnot. Using this to like help me break boards and such, like taking stuff to like, you know, go through boards, like draw enough cards to like play through boards and whatnot. Yeah, Tactics is a good card. The one upstart, I'm playing 39 cards. You know, 39 plus upstart, the usual. Yeah, not much to say about that. The One Cerulean Skyfire. I actually never ended up searching this. I never needed it. I'm not gonna lie. I drastically underestimated how strong the Sacred Beast stuff was. I never needed this because I just drown people in card advantage. Because again, like if any one of those cards resolve, you just go so plus. And because of how far things end up snowballing, like I just never needed this. So this could probably be taken out for something else. But another thing is, like, I never needed like the third Hamon, so that could also probably be something else. But it's just, I personally wanted to play, you know, play it. It just personally never came up for me. And then we have the Field Spell. So this is actually, this card right here is the reason I wanted to build the deck in the first place, was I read this card. So Fallen Paradise is just Pot of Greed with benefits, right? So if you have a Sacred Beast, you get to draw 2 cards, and it also makes it so that your Sacred Beast can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And the draw 2 cards, it's not like the turn is activated. It's just a once per turn effect. You get to just draw 2 cards every turn. Just get the Pot of Greed every turn. Like it's not even like, oh, during your draw phase, you draw 2 cards instead of 1. Like, no, you draw for turn, and then you can get to go Pot of Greed, draw 2. So it's like, it's so crazy. But, and yeah, turns out Pot of Greed every turn is still insane. So that's why the deck felt so strong today. And also just in general, like the engine is like really, really strong. And then we have the 1 instant fusion to, you know, go with Millennium Eyes, extra call by. Really strong one of, the 1 call by the grave. My 1 copy of Forbidden Droplet. Yeah, I only own 1 copy, so I play the 1 of. If you have broken power cards, play your broken power cards. Doesn't matter if you don't have 3, play your broken power cards if you can. Yeah. And that's it for the spells. Moving on to the trap cards. I play 3 skill drain. You do use like monster effects, but it's fine because Hamon is 4,000 and the protection comes from the field spell. So sometimes you can definitely just sit behind a 4K Hamon that can't be targeted destroyed by card effects, and then just Pot of Greed every turn. And like, one of the things I like about it and why like it's so strong with skill drain is like these 2 monsters, the 2 summoning beasts, they tribute for costs. So you can use their effects under skill drain. Like, it's pretty crazy. And then the last two back row, the last two trap cards, I'm playing one copy of Schism and one copy of Dogmatika Punishment. Yeah, not really much to say about those. 40 cards, 39 plus upstart. The deck felt really good. Moving on to the extra deck, we've got one copy of Millenniumizer Strict. Obviously, I'm playing Instant Fusion. This is my target. Use this to, play through hand traps, help break boards. Good card, good card. The Shadal package, Winda Construct, and App Cologne. This is part of the reason why Nadir is just so powerful. Like this package pushes like the Dogmatika stuff just so far over the top, because a single resolution of Nadir sets up like follow up. It gets you your Shadal stuff. Like it's so good. But funnily, I only summoned Winda one time today. Like I only summoned it once. Most of the time, I never needed to go that far. I really didn't. When I say I really underestimated how powerful the Sacred Beast stuff would be, I really underestimated how powerful it was. Like, man, it generates so much card advantage. Like, it's kind of insane. Yeah, and then we have the one Titaniclad, the one Entis, and that rounds out the fusions. Pretty standard stuff for the Dogmatika engine. And then I'm playing one copy of Psyframe Lord Omega. This enabled my favorite play of the day. It was in my my top 8 match against Sword Soul. So he ended up making a Changing, right? And the Changing had like 5,700 attack points. And I was about to die because I was at like 2,800 or something like that. So before he entered battle, I had to use my floor to negate it on his turn so he wouldn't be able to kill me. And then on my turn, I had to figure out how to like deal with it. So I ended up linking off my Ecclesia. I used the Spirit Gates, right? So another crazy thing about this card right here. So this actually has 3 effects, right? It's not just hold up. So this card searches any Sacred Beast card. This searches any Sacred Beast monster, right? But this also is reborn because you can pitch a discard a card, target any 0/0 fiend, and special summon it, right? And then also, if you have a 10 on board, you can just add back a continuous spell from your grave back to your hand. Like, it's kind of crazy. So basically, my board was no, wait, no, I didn't have 28. No, I think I had 28 after he attacked me, right? Because this was still on the board, so he like attacked this with the negated Chingy, and I took 3k. But basically on the follow-up turn, my board was Hamon. It was Hamon, Ecclesia, Floor, and Maximus, right? So I used this to bring back one of the small beast. I linked off the Floor, the Ecclesia, and the small beast for Selene, right? And then I activated Maximus effect, put this in the grave, use this to shuffle back the Floor, and then Selene special back the Ecclesia. Ecclesia effect at Floor, special Floor, negate the Chain Ying, switch Maximus to attack, battle phase, Hamon attacks over the Chain Ying, deals 1,000, and then Hamon burns for 1,000. Floor attack deals 3k, Maximus attacks for 2k, and then Selene attacks for game. Like, that was my favorite play of the entire turn. I was like, whoa, that was crazy. But yeah, onto the rank 10s, because the Sacred Beasts are rank level 10, so that's pretty cool. This one right here, this is my spicy tech. It is number 20, Utopic Dark Infinity. So this is just a Goyo Guardian, right? It's just Goyo Guardian, but it's 4k, right? It's a 4k Goyo Guardian. Attack values don't really matter in this deck because like Hamon's 4k. But like the fact that this is Goyo and you get to like gain life and stuff, like this card's pretty cool. It didn't come up that much, but I like it. And then we're playing the trains. We got Gustav, Max, and Lieb. Yeah, pretty cool. This usually helps you like close out games in those corner cases. Like, oh, I missed like okay, one of the games, right? I forgot that Lost World like reduces your stuff by 500, so I live with 200. So I was like, oh, that's fine. Main phase 2. What's the card? Summoning Beast, Dark Summoning Beast. Special another Hamon. Overlay for Gustav back, burn you for the last 2. Yeah. And then we have Link Monsters. We've got the one Almaraz. This is necessary for you to do your combo because you have to have a 0/0 Fiend engraved to be able to use the revive to, like, you know, push through to the rest of the combo. A lot of times I would make this anyway, even if I wasn't doing that, just so I have the extra deck monster to do the Dogmatika stuff. You play the one Barricade Board blocker. This is how you protect your field throw from getting, like, popped and stuff. And, like, you know, if they do get rid of it, you can make this to, like, get it back. I honestly might play 2 of this in the future. I only played 1. Dark. So, funnily enough, I was never able to resolve Dark. Not a single time. Well, actually, no. I resolved Dark, but not in the way you think. I never was able to special summon a monster using Dark's effect. The only way I was able to use Dark today was against Marincess. I crashed it into something. To use the search effect so that the Toad would negate it. But then I had, like, a Beckoning Beast in hand. I just normal Beckoning Beast. And then we have Selene. Card's insane. It's so wild to me that this card doesn't negate the effects. Like, it's so crazy. This was, and then obviously I played the Access Code against the Punk Zombie deck. One of my matches against that, like, being able to, you know, link climb into Selene into Access Code to kill was insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the, well, that is it from the extra deck. You know, only 15 cards, but that's it for the extra deck. 15. I liked it. There wasn't anything in here that I didn't like. It just, like, the second one didn't come up, but I do kind of wish I had room for a second one. I like this card, but you could probably cut it. But it's so cool. He's so cool, right? Like, he's just Yugioh. He's a 4K Yugioh. Like, it's so cool. But yeah, that's it for the extra deck. The side wasn't anything, like, crazy or, like, out there. The one Pank, third Nib, triple Evenly, one Duster, triple Cosmic, triple Dark Ruler, and triple Crossout. I'm playing Crossout because if there is a weakness that this deck has, it is definitely Droll. And so I want to be able to, you know, stop Droll from resolving. But yeah, you know, in those games where it's like I would be going first, I would side and Crossout. But I actually only ever did that once against Marincess. Against the only, because I actually went second a lot today. The Scrap Dino player, game 1 he went first and he got drolled, and then game 2 he made me go first, and I just, like, did my combo. He, like, couldn't play through it. So I won that match 2-0. And then, like, the only other wait, did I? Yeah, I didn't go first again after that. Like, I lost most of my die rolls. Actually, did I win a die roll today? I don't think I won a die roll today. Not today. I was going crazy for the die rolls at the Winamat tournament. I rolled a 12 multiple rounds in a row. Like, actually, that's why I didn't win a die roll today, because I used all my luck on die rolls yesterday. But yeah, the Sacred Beast, Pot of Greed is ridiculous. Ah, man, just like these cards are so crazy. These are so crazy right here. I played through hand traps so much today, man. I definitely underestimated how, like, powerful this engine was. I want to keep playing this deck. Like, it feels strong. Like, not like, oh, you know, nice rogue deck, it did okay. Like, no, like, this feels strong. I want to play it against more matchups to get more of a feel for it. Like, figure out. Actually, no. If there is a weakness that this deck has, this is a weakness that every monster-based deck has, and it's, you know, I don't have an out to mine in the main. So if they mine me, I do just kind of lose. So I probably should, like, find something. Like, maybe I'll play, like, Dino-Miscus or something, so I have a out to mine in the main. I don't know. Like, you know, post side, you know, I got the Evenlies and, like, the Cosmics and the Duster and whatnot, but, like, I definitely lose to mine game 1. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. This engine's really, really cool. This has been Darkslayer Arim from Haltessiagaming. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, all that jazz. Check the description. I have useful links in there. You know, I got the playlist for, like, the guys, the live duels, all that. Yeah. Anyway, have a... Wait. I messed up my brain like short circuited. This has been Dark Slayer Arim from Haltessiagaming. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Come on, button.